Hi, this is Lara from Forex Info USA with your free daily US dollar index Elliott wave analysis on the 19th of February. I'm doing this video just a few hours after New York has closed trading on the 18th, so we're analysing price action for the 18th and days prior. I have a subscription service on my site forexinfo.us for Elliott wave analysis of the euro dollar and the pound dollar to help you in your trading. Currently, my packages start from only $10 US a month, but prices will rise in a few days, perhaps up to a week away. And if you would like to lock in some lower prices for yourself, do so now. I'm going to start today's analysis. I'll first up an apology about the reduction in audio quality on this video. I'm not at home. I'm using a different machine to do this video. I'll be back at home tomorrow, so the end of the week wrap-up will have the usual audio quality, which is much better, I know. So starting off today's analysis with a reminder again of the bigger picture. This is a historical analysis going back just 10 years. This aqua colour, this is cycle degree, and cycle degree waves last, in this case, about 7 or 8 years. They last a few years. We had a 3-wave move up for A, followed by a 3-wave move down for B, with a 5-3-5 typical zigzag, and now we're in a C wave up at cycle degree. C waves are often long and strong with a good momentum. Within this C wave, we're in a 3rd wave at primary degree, and of all the waves in an Elliott wave structure, the 3rd wave is the one that's the best trading opportunity. It travels the greatest distance in the shortest amount of time. Very strong momentum. So that's what we're seeing right at the moment, and we're only still at the start of it. When this whole upwards rise of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up is complete and over, we expect to see the dollar price comfortably above this previous high point here labelled A, comfortably above 122. That's going to take several months, probably the rest of this year. I'm going to take you to a daily chart just showing the last 3 months, where this maroon 2 down here is analogous with this 2 here. So now we're looking at these last rises with the 1, 2, and we're working on our 3rd wave of this first leg up. Within that we've got 1, 2 complete, and we're starting on wave 3 with 1, 2, and now we're right in the middle of a 3rd wave. Now, if this interpretation is correct, what we should be seeing right at this time with the dollar is almost vertical upwards movement, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So that's confirming this wave count. Right in the middle of this 3rd wave will be the strongest part of the 3rd wave, so vertical upward movement definitely called for. A mid-term target for the next few weeks for the end to this wave 3 blue. It's past price equality with wave 1 already, and our next likely target is 83.5, where it will equal 1.618 the length of this wave 1. That's a very common Elliott wave ratio between waves 1 and 3. A target for the shorter term for the next few days for wave 3 pink up, 81.61, it will have price equality with wave 1, but looking at the unfolding structure, it seems that it's more likely to be longer than that, and it may get up to 83.41, and thereafter have a short little 5th wave to complete the structure. This wave count is invalidated with any movement below this point here, 76.61. Now the bright blue lines are a base channel drawn by the bottom of wave 1 to the end of wave 2. Draw a trend line, create a parallel copy, and place it on the extreme end of wave 1. When wave 3 is over, it will turn and come back down for a 4th wave. At that point, this upper bright blue line will provide support and resistance for the end of that coming 4th wave, but that's a few weeks away. Taking you now to an hourly chart where this green 2 is analogous with this green 2. We're looking now at this recent corrective structure and the last couple of nice clean dollar rises. Notice the difference in wave behaviour. This sideways choppy movement did affect a net retracement just past the 0.5 ratio of the previous rise, And it did it in a very choppy manner. That's exactly what you expect to see from corrective movement. And this indicates again that the overall trend is up, not down. Contrast that with these two clean rises with shorter shallow corrections punctuating them. This is exactly what you expect. This is good wave behavior for an impulsive move. This shows us very clearly that the overall trend is still up, and very strongly so. And this almost vertical rise right here, which I have labelled as perhaps the beginning of a third extension, or right in the middle of wave 3, an almost vertical rise. That's exactly what should be called for at that particular point within a third wave. Right in the middle you should see the strongest rises. Now I will not give a confirmation on this labelling until we know the length of the next leg. If the next leg is less than or equal to the length of this leg, which was 1.03, then wave 3 green may end around about 82.1. If, however, the next leg up is longer than this length, 1.03, then we are looking at, this is the first in a series of extensions within our third wave, which will take it much higher towards those higher targets I'm giving. As it's cleanly and clearly broken out of this parallel trend line that contained the corrective movement, I've drawn this line by taking A and C, creating a trend line there, and a parallel copy, placing it on the extreme end of B, or perhaps the beginning of B further back, which is off the chart, so I'll leave it here. It's broken very cleanly through that. We can have some good confirmation that the correction is over and the next series of strong dollar rises is upon us and underway. This hourly interpretation is invalidated by any movement below here, 80.68. If we have sudden strong downwards movement into this zone, I'll have to reanalyze this structure as I've labelled it here. I expect that's extremely unlikely. It's a very slim outlying possibility at this stage. So that's all from me for your US dollar index Elliott wave analysis. I'm calling for some very strong dollar rises in the next 24 hours, over right through to the next few weeks, with some very clear targets and some very clear invalidation points for you. Wave behaviour is very important, and the wave behaviour of the US dollar at the moment is completely bearing out my wave count to date. Thank you very much for watching. I do again apologise for the reduction in audio quality. That will be fixed tomorrow. And if you want to sign up to my membership site and get this kind of analysis for euro dollar and pound dollar, it will be incredibly helpful to your trading. Lock in those lower prices for yourself. As always, have an awesome day, guys, and may all your trades be profitable.